What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Leave one in the chat if y'all can hear me. We got we got one of them shows for y'all tonight, man. So make sure you guys tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. Okay, we're good. We're good money. Make sure you guys let me know where y'all are coming in from. And we got an interesting show. We're gonna talk about some things here tonight. Get the brightness up real quick on the camera. Welcome in. Shout out to Atlanta in the building, Detroit, Philippines, Saint Lucia, Milwaukee. Who else? He said LA in the house, St. Louis, Chicago in the building, Portland, Oregon, Curacao, Los Angeles, Chicago, Boogie Down, Bronx, New Mexico. Somebody said, "What the heck is going on now?" What else? We got Dallas in the building, Philly, Mississippi. Who else we got? The basketball show in Dallas, Texas. Okay. I didn't know that. Benjamin out there in Oakland, Minnesota, DC. Welcome in. Let's give it like another, let me say 30 seconds or so. Illinois. Will this guy just leave? I mean, damn, bro. He ain't got no plans on leaving anytime soon. Seattle in the house. Welcome in. New York City. Sulphur Springs, Texas. Odessa, Texas. We got a lot of people from Texas tonight, man. Shout out to Texas. La Bum University. Biogenesis Lab Inc. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. What up? Houston, Texas. Damn, so many people from Texas. Welcome in. Make sure y'all get the likes up, by the way. So many people out there in Texas. West Dallas. Damn. Tokyo, Japan. Flint, Michigan. Western Australia. I wonder what time it is out there. Let's give it 10 more seconds. Won't retire. This is not breaking news worthy. More clickbait. Then just be out, brother. Be out. Just be out. All right, so let's get into this topic here, man. Let me just get straight into it. I got a lot of stuff that I want to cover right now. So I saw a post that was sent to me not too long ago that just popped up on my Instagram that had me kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Right. So I saw the post and I watched the video that I'm going to play for y'all. I'm going to play the sound for y'all. And then it had me thinking, and I want to get into a deep dive tonight, guys. And I'm not here to accuse LeBron or anything like this. We're just asking some serious questions because this is beginning to get abnormal at this point. Like, it's so abnormal, it looks normal, but this should not really be happening. So let me show y'all the post that I saw. This is from an interview that LeBron James did with skating legend Tony Hawk, right? I even had Tony Hawk games when I was growing up. I used to play skating games. So it says, this feels like the first time I picked up a basketball. It feels like the first time I stepped inside a middle school gym. And it says LeBron does not sound like a player considering retirement. So let me play what LeBron said here. Let me play what he said.
I love to train still. Mm-hmm. I love to go out and just like feel the basketball, get on the court, watch the ball float in the air, go through the net, hear the ball bounce, hear the shoes screech on the floor. Yeah. Like it's still it still feels like the first time I picked up a ball. It still feels like the first time I stepped inside a middle school gym and then a high school gym as a freshman. Mm-hmm. I still have those rookie feelings when I first was drafted into pro. Like, I wake up early in the morning. I pack my bag. I get the things, all my essentials that I need for that workout. And then when I hit the court, it's like, wow, this still is a beautiful feeling. Just going on.
Okay, so you heard what LeBron said. He's talking about, appreciate the super chat. It says, shout out to LeBron, shout out to Dreamers Pro and the basketball show. Shout out to Right Hand Cam. So he's talking about still having a love for the game and just the little things about playing basketball and all of that, which is great. But guys, look, LeBron James is turning 41 years old this December or something, November, December. I don't know if you guys know, but what we're witnessing right now is unprecedented. And I got some sound that I want to play for y'all that I think is really going to address this question that a lot of people have. And I think we need to talk about it. And I don't think people need to be silenced from at least being able to ask the question. Now, as you guys know, Pablo Torre has been investigating the Los Angeles Clippers. Okay? And at the heart of every or at the beginning of every investigation is a question. At the beginning of every investigation is a question, which is, I wonder what went on here. So if Pablo Torre wasn't a guy that asks questions, try to seek information, we would not know what we know about the investigation into the Clippers and Kawhi and Steve Ballmer and all of this. Now, I want to just break this down for y'all. For the new people coming in, we'll play the sound a little bit later, but let me just get into what I want the thesis of my argument here. Pablo Torre is directly related to Dan Lebitard and DraftKings and what they got going on over there. And I want to play an exchange between Dan Lebitard and Amin Elassan a few months ago, where Dan Lebitard was saying, wait a minute, guys. I understand that LeBron James is a great player. I understand all of this. But is no one going to ask the question about how any of this is possible? And the moment Dan Lebitard asked this question, he got into a heated confrontation with Amin Elassan because he's like, how dare you even ask this question? How dare you even bring this up? This shouldn't even be a question. And I want you guys to listen to what Dan Lebitard is talking about and pay attention to how quickly Elian, what's his name? Amin Elassan is trying to shut him down from even asking the basic question, which is, how is this possible? Let me get ready to play for y'all. I want y'all to listen. Listen to this.
Take a listen to these guys here. What other bad takes did we have yesterday?
Listen to this.
Okay, so all right. Clearly, I was building up to this point. Damn.
This is the sound here, but listen to it.
You can speculate how, it's a wonder that PEDs aren't more prevalent in basketball the way we know it is in football and baseball. What you cannot do, unequivocally, is put someone's name on it who does not have any history of it. I get what you're saying, but then you got to remember, you're not Fran Lebitard or Dan Leibowitz. You're Dan Lebitard.
Listen to this.
There's a 20 under that. This show has been on the air for 20 years. You've been in the media for longer than that. When you even ask questions of that variety, you are creating something / giving voice or gas to something, no matter how unfounded it is. So you cannot say, well, Chael Sonnen said it. If Chael had just said it, if it had just come out, he was this week's guest on Andrew Schultz's show, then maybe that's an opening.
A newsworthy lane. You're talking about timeliness. It's a timeliness question where I can ask questions in. We're gonna agree on this part, right? We're living in the skeptical age, right? The age of skepticism. And so if I just make it hypothetical athlete X, I don't even make it LeBron and everything you know. I simply say to you, what do you think is more likely? That an athlete would try and defy age through science at the end of his career, or that one athlete had a career that defied the limits of the human body, unlike any we've ever seen in terms of mileage and how his body holds up for 20 straight years. I'm assuming did Kareem have more minutes? I'm assuming LeBron James has played more minutes than anyone else. Which do you think is more likely?
I think if you put it is a if you frame it exactly as you framed it there are people who can say, we know who you're hinting at. But I think you stay on this, albeit very close to that line, on this side of the line of, okay, you can have that conversation.
If I preface it, though, if I'm prefacing it with all that you know about me and my admiration for LeBron, combined with, hey, I'm not accusing anyone of anyone here. I'm trying to have the macro conversation around America's giant, biggest athlete for the last 2 decades, using him as a vehicle, as we talk about Mo Vaughn over here and Ekblad over there. Right. Using him as, you've got this unprecedented thing. Can you guys explain to me, America, why this is the line too far on your skepticisms?
Listen to this.
And when I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just wondering why this is the place that you get this offended.
I'm offended because you said it, Dan. Because and as you say, my admiration for LeBron, you think it absolves you. What it does is it puts more credence in what you're just throwing out as a question. But for people to say, well, Dan Le Batard always says nice things about LeBron and how he's coming to take everybody's stuff, and now he's asking whether he's doing PEDs. But Dan, no, I'm just telling you how it received. You're not. I know you're not sending it out that way, but the message is being received that way because of who you are. It would be like, Dan. It would be like if I.
So they're arguing. And I'm going to play what LeBron said in a second. Amin is getting upset with Dan Le Batard for even having the nerve to ask the question, which is, how is this possible? How is it possible? How? Isn't anybody that's watching this go down, apart from haters like Dreamers Pro or Ticket TV or Too Raw for TV or, I don't know, the basketball show or sports, forget about the haters as we're called. Isn't anybody in media looking at this and saying, wait a minute, this seems odd? How is it possible that Pablo Torre, who is now the modern day Sherlock Holmes. He's uncovering things that nobody knew was occurring. Thousands of pages of documents unearthed because of this guy's investigative journalism with what was going on with the Clippers behind closed doors. But nobody in the media is going to say, but okay, how is this possible? It's almost like I said, people just, LeBron is going to play another year, and that's it. How is it possible? I'm not saying he's doing anything, but why isn't anybody asking them? Because if you listen to LeBron talking this sound, and I'm going to play for y'all now, listen to LeBron James talking about the potential of just keep playing on and on and on and on. Listen to him here.
I love the train still. Mm-hmm. I love to go out and just like feel the basketball, get on the court, watch the ball float in the air, go through the net, hear the ball bounce, hear the shoes screech on the floor. Yeah. Like it's still it still feels like the first time I picked up a ball. It still feels like the first time I stepped inside a middle school gym and then a high school gym as a freshman. Mm-hmm. I still have those rookie feelings when I first was drafted into pro. Like, I wake up early in the morning. I pack my bag. I, get the things, all my essentials that I need for that workout. And then when I hit the court, it's like, wow, this still is a beautiful feeling. Just going out.
Is nobody going to ask the question how this is happening? Let me ask the chat a question. Shout out to the 500 people we got on the live. Let's try to get these likes up to 150 likes, guys. Is nobody so y'all are looking at LeBron come back year after year after year after year after year. Are you telling me that we're all going to come to the conclusion that the reason LeBron is able to do this is because of greatness? Because of greatness. That's what it is about. That's why this is happening? Because of the term greatness, the word greatness? How is this possible? Everybody, hell, we're looking at young player. Y'all want to notice something? Do you notice that everybody or a lot of stars have been breaking down a lot in this modern era because of low management. Guys are popping Achilles like I don't even know what to call, like Skittles. Every single year, somebody's rupturing their Achilles. Last year, it was Tyrese Halliburton. The year before that, I think it was just everybody's. Was just Jason Tate? Everybody's getting injured, left and right. But somehow, you have a guy that's older than everybody in the NBA. Players are dropping like flies, and he just miraculously keeps coming back year after year, and no one is going to ask the question, well, how is this possible? Because if you listen to LeBron, it almost sounds like he could play for the next 4 years if he wanted to. And Pablo Torre and all of these guys, no one is going to investigate and try to figure out, okay, bro, maybe we need to check and see what dude is doing. Maybe we need to check. And then Amin brings up the example, well, J. Cole, J. Cole, what if we find out J. Cole has ghostwriters? Bro, it's not against the rules to have ghostwriters. People won't respect you, but nobody said if you're a rapper, you can have a ghostwriter. You can have one. People won't respect you as much as those that don't, but it ain't illegal. It's not like as if you have a ghostwriter, you're doing something that nobody else could ever do. No, let me keep playing this argument between Dan Le Batard and Amin. Listen to this.
Started talking about J. Cole having ghostwriters. But Amin loves J. Cole. He's just asking a question. How can this guy keep being creative and writing like this without ghostwriters, right? If I said that, given who I am to that person, then it allows people to say, wait a second, I thought this was just a barbershop conversation, but this guy who has all the credibility is bringing it and giving it credence. And so when you say America and skepticism and where's our skepticisms and all that, yes, it's right to be skeptical about things, but also we live in an age where cockamamie statements have been given credence by people we deem credible.
We're witnessing something that has no precedent for the human body. And I'm not even questioning it.
But
I'm asking why there aren't questions about it.
That's the same thing, Dan.
That's the same.
Dan,
Like,
you're bringing it up and
asking,
saying
that's the problem.
Like in the content age, I'm about to explain to you the whys of it. I'm super interested in the reaction. I'm super interested.
So he's saying, why aren't people asking any questions about it? The reason people aren't asking any questions about it is the reason that Pablo Torre isn't going to investigate this. I would never come out and accuse LeBron James of doing anything at all because I don't have any proof. But what I will say is this doesn't look normal. It's not normal at all. Even if you look at Wizards Jordan, you can clearly see there was a difference, between 1998 Jordan and when he came back to play with you could see that difference. And that was only a few years removed. But you could see that 40-year-old Jordan on any given night that he was playing looked like the oldest guy on the court. Jordan was more athletic than LeBron in his prime. He was more athletic than him. But in his late 30s, early 40s, you could tell like, yo, bro, this ain't the Jordan that we know. So how is LeBron able to do this at this age? And nobody's going to ask this question? Somebody said, Cap what? Cap what? That what? LeBron was more athletic than Jordan? Is that what you're about to say? Please don't say that. Please, let's not do this. Don't do this with me tonight. Don't do this. LeBron is more athletic than Michael Jordan. Do you know what Michael Jordan I'm talking about? Have you seen the Michael Jordan that I'm talking about? If I pull up some Michael Jordan highlights right now, you will never. You could spend the next 30 days putting together LeBron highlights. You will never be able to put together a highlight reel like that. You just won't. It's nothing like it, bro. Don't even start that. LeBron could dunk. He could do all of that. Jordan looked like he could actually levitate. Like it's a totally different thing. It's a totally different, like, Jordan was a freak if you watch him play. A freak of nature if you watch him play. Like, it's not even close, bro. Let's not even go down that road. Like, LeBron is very athletic. He can dunk. He can do all of that. He's not Michael Jordan. Let's just stop. I've seen Jordan pull off shots that I've never seen anybody do. If you want to see some shots that you're never going to see, go look at Michael Jordan finishing under the rim, double clutching like 3 times. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody do that. I've never seen somebody go to the baseline, go to the rim, do 1, 2, 3, 1. I've never seen that, bro. There's nobody doing it. So let's not even get into about who's like, let's not even do that, bro. Like, Jordan was on some other stuff. He was on some other stuff. It's obvious LeBron is on something, $1 million a year on everything. Well, according to LeBron, it's sleep. LeBron says he sleeps a lot. He says he sleeps a lot. And I can't help but thinking about sprinting. A number of years ago, I got into sprinting, but like for fun, right? For fun, because I used to run a lot. And at the time, Usain Bolt was still dominating. So given the fact that I'm not 6'5", I just looked at a shorter sprinter. I didn't know anything about his background, anything like that. But I just looked at a shorter guy, and I'm like, okay, I looked at Justin Gatlin. Okay, he's shorter, so I might as well try to imitate what he did. And at one point, Justin Gatlin was like the fastest man in the world in 2015. But he was also the oldest man in the world. He was like 35 or 36, and he was running faster than everybody. Like 9.7, 9.7, 9.7. Like, and I'm like, damn, this guy is really good. So my roommate goes, bro, just research him a little bit. So I started to research him. And I found out Justin Gatlin had a history of being accused of using things that he wasn't supposed to use. Right? Not saying that he did. That's just the history, and he was banned for it. And it put a little bit of doubt in my head. Because although Gatlin had probably the best sprinting form at the time, if you're just talking about like technique and form, he was probably the best starter for sure. You couldn't help but think, well, is this 100% natural? You just couldn't help but think it. And in this case, it's not like as if we're bringing up something that nobody's ever mentioned before. A bunch of people have mentioned it. An investigation has gone down. And I'm just sitting here as somebody that doesn't have all the information, just as a fan looking at what I'm seeing and like, this doesn't look normal. Not saying that this is what dude is doing. It just doesn't look normal to me. It's like totally unprecedented. You got people writing me every day. Oh man, how come in the Olympics they drug tested everybody, but they didn't drug test LeBron James? Asking me like I'm supposed to know. I don't know why they didn't do it. Do you know? I don't know. Amin is getting upset with Dan Le Batard for asking a question, but then a month or 2 months ago, Jeff Teague, damn near about to be thrown in the back of a caravan and whiffed like taken to some country somewhere, just because he said LeBron was on using performance enhancers, and he was there arguing with his host. Nah, bro, I knew. We all knew. A few hours later, he's talking about, oh, I y'all are tripping. Next day, he came on like, oh, I was joking. What? What happened? Did somebody did somebody get to you? So Amin is acting like this is not something that's been brought up before. It is. People have speculated. People have wondered. It's not normal. My God, it's not normal. It's just not normal. That's all people are saying. And we have a right to ask the question at the very least. Marion Jones wasn't suspected, but her No. Her conscience got the best of her eventually. Shout out to Two Raw for TV. So it's just a question. And you have Amin Elasan fighting with Dan Patrick just for asking the question. Let me play the part where they start arguing.
It would be like, Dan, it would be like if I all of a sudden started talking about J. Cole having ghostwriters. But Amin loves J. Cole. He's just asking a question. How can this guy keep being creative and writing like this without ghostwriters, right? If I said that, given who I am to that person, then it allows people to say, wait a second, I thought this was just a barbershop conversation, but this guy who has all the credibility is bringing it and giving it credence. And so when you say America and skepticism and where's our skepticisms and all that, yes, it's right to be skeptical about things, but also we live in an age where cockamamie statements have been given credence by people we deem credible.
We're witnessing something that has no precedent for the human body. And I'm not even questioning it. I'm asking why there aren't questions about it.
That's the same thing, Dan.
That's the same.
Dan,
Like you're bringing it up and saying
That's the problem.
like in the content.
Okay. So he's saying by bringing it up, it's a question. It's the problem. So how could these guys have that same mentality about asking questions and then be able to entertain every single day an investigation into Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers? What's stopping them from asking questions about LeBron, but then they're so willing to be able to sit there and pontificate about what went on with Kawhi Leonard and Ballmer and all of these guys? They don't have any reservation about asking questions about that. We've even heard Kawhi Leonard come out and say, I didn't do anything wrong. We heard Ballmer come out and say, I didn't do anything wrong. We heard Lawrence Frank come out and say, I didn't do anything wrong. They're still dropping videos every single day talking about this stuff. Now, again, if this was something nobody has ever brought up before, and it's one thing, but we've had investigations. They did an investigation into that lab in Miami, and they found out that the person that was buying these drugs was not LeBron. It was one of his confidants. I forgot the guy's name. He had the initial on not the guy. I forgot his name. Not Matt. It's Randy Mims. And according to the story, it was Randy Mims that was buying it for himself. What? Have y'all seen Randy Mims? Have y'all seen Randy Mims? And the story was he was purchasing it for himself. People bought that. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Right. It makes perfect sense. Then we had what Chael Sonnen said on multiple occasions. We had the Kevin Garnett comment. We had the Shaq comment. We had the Jeff T comment. All of these things are being said, and nobody gets to ask the question, yo, bro, what is going on here? When is Pablo going to crack open that computer and start investigating into all of this? And the answer would be never. Never. So LeBron looking like he's going to play for the next 30 years, bro. And at this point, if they're not going to ask any questions, then I guess that it doesn't matter after all. But all I'm saying is it's not normal. It's not normal. He says, your take on Malika Andrews earlier was completely exaggerated and horrible. Okay, what take was that specifically? He was mildly irritating her. Nothing more. Sometime you be exaggerating, dude. No, I interpreted the way I interpreted. You interpreted the way you interpreted. You think my takes was completely exaggerated and horrible. Some people didn't. That's your opinion, which you have a right to have. Somebody said, okay, John said, let's be real. MJ had to play against real defense, and big men were allowed to guard the rim. LeBron has freedom of movement and open rims because of the 3 three in the key. Yeah, steroids and refs to help him. Appreciate the super chat there. What? Dreamers Pro, you're not qualified to seen what's athletic, bro. I don't even think you qualified to speak English, man. You thought what? Dreamers Pro, you not qualified to seen what's athletic, and you up here confidently typing this hieroglyphics in the comment section. Sorry, my guy. Braun was drinking over people, bro. You typing like you drinking. You wasting my time making me read these hieroglyphics that you just wrote in the comment section, talking about I'm not qualified. You, bro, just put the bottle down and have a nice night. Somebody said, yeah, he could have played the sound of her. No, I brought it up. No, I did play the sound of her bringing up the pass of Brandon Miller. I played it. It was at the end of the video, at the end of the sound. I played it. It was there. We put it in there. LeBron's going to wear the beard on his deathbed to hide the PD tumor scar. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard about apparently you get like some type of scar. At one point, Dwayne Wade, if y'all go back and look at some of the images, he had like this kind of weird lump here. It looked pretty weird. At the time, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Let me just read a few more comments here. It's not a tumor. I don't know, bro. I never met LeBron, so I don't know if it was a tumor or not. Yep, Vince Carter was washed when he was in Atlanta. Yeah, dudes get old, man. Even Tracy McGrady asked the question like, yo, I hope this is normal. Like, I pray this is being done the right way. You think, oh, bro, all right, hold on. The word on the streets is son spends $1 million a year on his body. All of these dudes that played in the NBA, they couldn't afford to spend $1 million on their body. What kind of carrots are you eating, bro? What kind of spinach is this? What kind of chicken are you eating? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? Spending $1 million. Like, oh my God, damn. Nobody else can do that. I mean, we're just totally priced out of the game. He's spending $1 million. How are we going to, if we could only have $1 million to spend, then maybe we would have access to whatever. Like, what are we talking? Does it even sound? And then he went on this guy's show. What's the guy's name? Pat McAfee. And was like, I don't spend $1 million on my body. I don't even know what that came from. And you got all of these dudes running around, twerking it up, tripping over each other. Feet, talking about, oh man, LeBron spends $1 million, spends $1 billion. He said, I don't spend $1 million. He said, I sleep. Sleep. Can you imagine? Who would have knew? Sleep. It sucks Carmelo Anthony retired without a ring. Any content around the Ryder's Cup? I've been hearing about the Ryder's Cup. Apparently, a particular golfer was going around telling people like, F you, F you, F you, F you. I think it was because I think people were making noise. I don't know. Maybe y'all can let me know in the chat what that was about. I think it was what was the golfer? Rory? I forgot his name. I don't watch golf. But apparently he was like walking through the crowd and he was giving everybody like a FU sign. I don't know if it's because he won. I don't know. I wasn't following that story. Maybe some of y'all will hit me up the game because I don't know what that was about. Somebody said he spent $100K on PEDs and 900,000 to keep it quiet. Rory, I've heard about it. I'm not following it. He said, I slept 9 hours before. I felt good, but my athletic ability didn't get. And bro, it's not sleep, bro. It's not sleep. There's some people that don't sleep a lot, and they do just fine. He says, Charles, what would you do if you were Adam Silver? It depends. Do about what? You know, do about what? That's a pretty broad question. I'm just going through some of the comments. Let me just read what some people got to say. Let's talk about LeBron's injury from Diddy's. Yo, speaking about Diddy. Let's talk about P. Diddy for a few minutes here. Y'all know P. Diddy getting sentenced tomorrow, right? I just saw a post talking about he apologized to the jury. I think Puff Daddy is getting, y'all want to know my honest opinion? I think Puff Daddy is going to get $5 years plus. The government is pushing for 11. I think they're going to give that dude 5 years plus because that judge don't like Diddy, bro. Every single thing he and his legal team, defense team have tried to do, the judge has smacked it, all of it. Whether it may have come from the time they tried to appeal request for bail, he denied all of it. Whether it was the time he tried to get, now he can't do 25. Whether it was the time he tried to get the case retried, dismissed. Every single thing the defense has put up, that judge is smacked. I think that judge is going to give that guy 5 years plus. And according to my knowledge, Diddy is essentially in jail for the Mann Act. Do you guys know what the Mann Act is? It was a law that was invented for Jack Johnson, the boxer, because he would go from state to state carrying along white women, and apparently they wanted to stop him from doing that, and they created this law. They're trying him on that. It's crazy. It is getting, somebody said, nah, bro, he getting 10. I hope he does. But, bro, this judge don't look merciful at all. At all. And a lot of the people are like, yo, put Diddy under the jail, put Diddy under the jail, put Diddy under the jail. After they heard that trial, and they even heard what the sex workers had to say, the way the government had painted it, you would have thought that this dude was the maestro. So, yo, they was the male workers were like the government was trying to get them to lie on Diddy. All of them were like, yeah, we did it. We did it because we wanted to do it. They were like, Cassie was hitting us up. Like the case changed. So people who were like, nah, Diddy got to go away. At the end of the trial, they're like, bro, what is going on here? Do you realize they could have actually let him out of jail after the case and then brought him back in for sentencing? The judge said no there with no precedent, because the most extreme charges, he was found not guilty for the most extreme of the charges, and the judge still kept him in jail. I think that dude is gonna shock Diddy and throw the book at him. And the government is talking about 11 years. I don't even know how the government still gets to make a recommendation after they lost the damn case with the more severe counts to begin with. I don't even know how any suggestion they make should even be taken into account, but apparently somehow is being taken into account. And Diddy will essentially be going to jail if they send him over the Mann Act. The defense has put up all kind of arguments. I was not a participant. They've tried it all, bro. Now, I don't think he's getting 15, but I think that those guys are going to give him 5+. That's what I think. If they give him over 10, I think that will be insane. I forgot I think each count is what? Each count is what, 10 years? Do y'all remember? Each count is what? Is it 10 years or 20 years? These lesser counts, the prostitution, is it 10 or 20? Do y'all remember it? Do y'all remember the amount? I think is it 10 or 20? 10, right? It's 10 per count. So, I mean, if they allow him to serve it concurrently, I don't know, man. I think the worst that should come out of that case, the worst, is 5 years. If you're asking me, the worst. I think that would be the most extreme. Anything beyond that is just, I don't know how they can make that case, but that's just me. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out tomorrow. He said, "Did he gonna be popular in jail?" What else? What else? LeBron need to get. Anyway, guys, that's my time here, man. I'm done. I'm a pretty much check out here. Let me just see if I read. Let me just read two more comments. You're right about Diddy, though. I didn't even know he had problems with the vodka company until you mentioned his spot. Oh wait. Y'all thought they went after Diddy because what? They were trying to protect him. You must be out your mind, bro. You spend that kind of money, somebody at that level, somebody sent them for you. At that level, somebody sent them for you. You don't just go after somebody worth $1 billion with that. Somebody sent them. And if you believe they just went after him because, they trying to protect the world, you're lost in the sauce, bro. No such thing. They don't invest those type of resources and put on a type of show that they put on without somebody sending them to go for him. That was definitely orchestrated. 100% orchestrated. Wasn't they were just trying to protect and serve. Nah, bro. They wanted to take Diddy down. And they owe Diddy billions. Go research it. You talking about something that's been you think Diddy just started doing this last week or last year or in the last 5 years? Who are we kidding? And if it's Diddy's the only one, do you think Diddy's the only one that does this? All of these celebrities are doing it. All of them. The song I was listening to, I've been listening to on repeat for the last few days. What's the guy's name? Big Baby, or whatever his name. I forgot his name. That song with the Jabberwockies when they're dancing in the street with the dance. Fire song, fire video. Go listen to the lyrics. I finished the show. I fly my butt across the country and I hop in. What do you think he's talking about? I fly my girl across the country and I hop. What do you think he's talking about? You think he's the only one? You think Diddy was the only one? Come on, man. Let's knock it off, bro. Let's knock it off. Somebody said, do you mean that this judge is on a pair? The question is, have judges not been on payrolls before? Come on, man. We all know, we know what it is. Somebody said, all celebrities are doing this. You sound stupid. I could have swore that's what I said. I literally could have swore that's what I said. I don't know what Harold is over here fired up about. You literally repeating what I just said, bro. You might need to go get you a coffee, bro. I've been said this. I don't know if you just came into the live. I don't know if you mad or something, but I already said that. Diddy broke the oath. I don't know what he broke, but son is in trouble. LeBron and Adam Silver need to go. Yo, I'm not answering no question like that, man. Y'all are not. The NBA is a tentacle of the CIA. LeBron is a real life captain. Aaron Drago, he can't retire. Pablo investigates LeBron. You cooking Stephen A. Smith for politics. Son is Stephen. Don't even get me started on Stephen A. Smith. Do you really think LeBron is better than Larry Bird? I think you can make an argument for Larry Bird over LeBron, and if you're a LeBron guy and you know how to argue, you can make an argument for LeBron over Larry Bird. I guess it depends on how you want to argue. They're both great players, man. Again, mind you, guys, I had LeBron in my top 5 for a long time. What made me remove his ass was his antics. But Larry Bird was a bad boy. Like, ain't no question about it. Go look at how many rebounds a game son averaged. That dude was something else. Hell yeah, LeBron is way better. Okay, let's not say way better. Like, you can say he's better, but way better, that's I think that's a stretch. Let me see. W for LeBron antics. LeBron not even over JJ Barea. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys for being a part of the live, man. I'm gonna definitely catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good night, man, and I'm out. Y'all have a good one.